Hello! So they just had another update to Wizardry Daphne yesterday, and they fixed a few bugs and stuff. And there's also some more bugs they're trying to fix. Yeah, error occurred when defeating enemies such as Helmut that some additional enemies. So this has apparently been fixed. And this was an issue in my I actually recorded a Let's Play where this was an issue. But that's been fixed according to these patch notes, so that's good. Let's see, they also changed merge again, so if you have a merge Lanavel or Flooch, they will have 10 bonus points of, to set. You can reallocate them however you want. So that's cool. So you pretty much, like I said, if you didn't have 10 before, you now have 10. If you do have 10, you should be able to reallocate them if you don't like how you allocated them originally. They're also giving you some free gems of org for the maintenance. And they also brought back the coins and stuff. But they brought back Redbeard. Redbeard is a neutral priest, which is kind of weird because priests are usually good or evil, especially in previous Wizardry games. But this game breaks it a bit more on this one. But Redbeard, I don't think he's really worth developing as a character, but his skill, he has an attack buff. It's attack and resilience. It's 1 row allies for 4 turns when used by Redbeard. If you teach it somebody else, it's only 2 turns, but you can increase that with like Blessing of Agorist. You can put this on Alice, and it's 3 turns. If you have Alice's Blessed of Agorist, like rank 2 or whatever, it'll be 4 turns on her. So you can literally, like I said, the drawback on this one for like teach someone else is just less turns, which is not a really sexy, which is easy to compensate for. It's like Alice's passive. So you can just teach a skill to Alice instead. Instead of developing Redbeard, just use Alice, teach that skill to her, then you can have an attack buff. His other ability, he does have the dark type allies. We'll talk a bit more about him like in the game though, because we can go look at him a bit more. And but they also added the ally symbol of alliance quest, which is you get request from an ally. This is for the Elmon. My understanding, she joins as a guest character for this. I haven't been able to do it yet, so it's request featured after progressed certain amounts through the main story. Please note Elmon must be alive in order to complete this request. Accept this request, which yeah, that helmet bug they fixed in the thing, yeah, that's probably a good thing. Because I'm pretty sure for her to be considered alive, you have to defeat Helmut with Elmon still alive. I believe that's the requirement there, so. Alright. Yeah, so that quest probably not available. Like I said, I can't show it to you on either of my accounts right now. But there is 300 gems for the maintenance, so boom, boom, and I don't think I have enough gems on this account to buy any Redbeard bones or anything like that. Got some gems there. See if we have. No, it's not gonna be enough. So yeah, we're not gonna. Like I said, I tried that once before in the past, but you can buy his bones from the jeweler like normal, and there are the unique like Trader to God sets. You got the discount ones, then you got your normal ones. But if you look here, you can look at the drop rates. Only 2% chance of getting the featured legendary, and then 0.5 for the other ones. So oh hey, because I'm actually on this video during a time when I can actually do that. Let's grab that stuff.
I am always ready to serve.
All right, so let's go look at the.
It's as gloomy as
or the featured.
Just let me.
Oh, not her.
Mock the gods. Let him be mocked.
There you go. So there's Redbeard. Yeah, possible breaking greatly increases tolerance of instant kill, skill binding, and spell binding for user and all adjacent dark type allies. I'm pretty sure you have to have them adjacent to at least one dark type ally for this to actually be in effect. So dark types. So this would be like Shelly Arianic, Elf Mag, Milana, Like I said, he's a priest, so like a lot of times you probably have him in the back line. Like if you have priest, he doesn't have a second class yet though, so his discipline gives him divine power and attack, and then prayer of rebellion. This is the buff here. Generates flames of rebellion, increased attack power, resists run row value for 3 turns. Attack power is resistance, increase amount the number of turns, reduce so learned by some other Redbeard. It says 3 turns here. I think it's actually 4 turns for Redbeard, and it's 2 turns for everybody else. It's like the base. It's like +1 for Redbeard and -1 for everyone else. But like I said, you just put this on Alice, and you get pretty much get the same benefit here. You can just get those extra turns via Alice's Blessing of Agora ability. And if you max out Alice's Blessing of Agora ability, I think it gives her like 4 extra turns on everything. So you could get this to like 6 turns on Alice, or you could get this to 6 turns on him if you max out Blessing of Agora on him, because on other characters, you can only get up to 2 extra turns. So in the long run, Alice will be almost as good at casting a spell as Redbeard is. I mean, the main penalty is the turns. Like I said, it seems like the actual power and resistance buffs, like, changes weren't too severe. It was mostly the big deal was, like, you lost your turns. And like I said, Alice's Blessing of Agora pretty much compensates for the main drawback. So I think as far as, like, that goes, it's pretty good. Oh, we should look at the other bonuses. The features, go back here. Yeah, so, and then of course you have the items, mace power. I don't think any of these are that great. Fear tolerance, I guess that's something. You get fear tolerance. Fear tolerance isn't too bad, especially on like a spellcaster. Because if you're feared, you can't cast spells, so I guess that's okay. But let's go. There's also going to be the Trader to Gods exchange, the Jeweler.
What do you seek?
So again, you can buy those items if you want, which I don't really recommend. You can buy Redbeard bones for 100 points, which is a lot. Generally, for a lot of these, I always recommend trying to get 60 for Legendary Adventure Mains if you're pulling on them. If you don't plan on pulling on them, then obviously don't. But if you are pulling on 60 for Legendary Adventure Mains, almost always the best thing you can buy. Because it's a guaranteed legendary of one of the main 6, copy of the main 6 legendaries, and yeah, if you're using like any of these characters, you want to try to get them high discipline, and that's generally the main 6 legendary are much easier discipline than a limited character like Redbeard. Using Redbeard to teach a skill to Alice is probably your best use for him, because that is a good spell. It's a spell that raises attack, because priests don't normally learn spells that raise attack, and you can get Redbeard, teach that to Alice, and all of a sudden now you have a spell that raises attack on on Alice.
What do you seek?
But yeah, not too much more to say on this one. If you want to know more about like mages and stuff, so I did a video recently about like the best mages you should develop, and you can find that one down below. As always, thank you for watching.